Right now, as you watch this video, there are 10 million black holes in our galaxy alone. And if you fell into one, what would happen to you is so bizarre, so utterly mind-breaking, that it makes every horror movie look tame. Your body would be stretched like taffy. Time itself would stop, and you'd witness the entire future of the universe flash before your eyes, all before you even reach the center. I'm going to take you on the most extreme journey possible in our universe. From the moment you cross the point of no return to the final instant where physics itself collapses. And I promise you, by the end of this video, you'll understand why falling into a black hole is the weirdest thing that could ever happen to you. Let's dive in. First, let's set the scene. You're in a spacecraft, and ahead of you is a black hole with a mass 10 times that of our sun. That's actually pretty small as black holes go. From a distance, it doesn't look like much. Just a perfectly black sphere surrounded by a ring of blazing hot gas spiraling inward at nearly the speed of light. That glowing disk is called an accretion disk, and it's heated to billions of degrees. The radiation alone would kill you instantly if you got too close. But let's say you have a magical shield. Now you decide to fall in feet first. This detail matters more than you think. As you get closer, you start to notice something strange happening to space itself. The black hole has a radius of about 30 kilometers, but there's an invisible boundary 3 times larger than that. This is the point where light itself starts to orbit the black hole. It's called the photon sphere. If you had supervision, you could actually see the back of your own head here. Light from behind you curves around the black hole and reaches your eyes. But you keep falling, and now you're approaching the event horizon, the actual boundary of the black hole. This is where things get really weird. From your perspective, nothing special happens when you cross it. There's no wall, no barrier, no sign that says you are now doomed. You just keep falling. But to someone watching from outside, something absolutely insane is happening. As you approach the event horizon, you appear to slow down. Slower and slower. Your friend in the distant spacecraft sees you take 1,000 years to move 1 centimeter, then 1,000,000 years, then 1,000,000,000. You never actually cross from their perspective. This is gravitational time dilation. Einstein predicted it in 1915. Near a black hole, gravity is so strong that it literally stretches time itself. Your watch ticks normally for you, but that same second for you equals eternity for everyone else. Time has become completely relative. Here's where it gets cosmically creepy. If you could look back at the universe, you'd see time speeding up. Stars would be born and die in seconds. Galaxies would collide like fireworks. In theory, as you cross the event horizon, you'd witness the entire future of the universe compressed into a final moment. Billions of years flash by in an instant. But let's talk about what's happening to your body, because it's about to get uncomfortable. Really uncomfortable. Remember, you're falling feet first. Your feet are slightly closer to the black hole than your head, and gravity gets stronger the closer you are. So your feet feel more gravitational pull than your head. This difference in force is called a tidal effect, and it's going to rip you apart. Scientists call this spaghettification. And yes, that's the actual scientific term. Your body would be stretched into a long, thin noodle of atoms. For a small black hole like ours, this starts happening before you even cross the event horizon. First your bones stretch, then they snap, then your molecules separate. You'd be dead long before you cross over. But here's the wild part. If you fell into a supermassive black hole, like the one at the center of our galaxy, you'd survive much longer. Sagittarius, a star has a mass of 4 million suns. Its event horizon is so huge that tidal forces there are actually gentle. You could cross it and feel totally fine. For a while, anyway, because once you're inside, there's no going back. Ever. Not with rockets. Not with magic. Not even in theory. Inside the event horizon, all paths lead to the center. The singularity. Going toward it isn't a choice anymore. It's as inevitable as tomorrow. In fact, inside a black hole, the singularity isn't in front of you. It's in your future. Moving toward it is like moving forward in time. Space and time have literally swapped places. The direction toward the singularity is now the time direction. You can't avoid it any more than you can avoid next Tuesday. This is what general relativity tells us. And it's been confirmed by every observation we've made in 2026. Einstein was right. Again, But what would you actually see as you fall? If you somehow survived the spaghettification, the view would be absolutely surreal. Looking back toward the event horizon, you'd see a shrinking circle of light showing the outside universe. But it would be blue shifted to extreme frequencies. Light falling in behind you gets compressed, pushed to higher energies. What was visible light becomes ultraviolet, then X-rays, then gamma rays. Looking ahead toward the singularity, things get even stranger. Space is being stretched so violently that light itself can barely escape the pull. You'd see distorted reflections of yourself and the universe twisted into impossible shapes. Reality itself looks broken. And then, in what feels like seconds but could be an eternity in outside time, you'd reach the singularity, the point where all the mass of the black hole is compressed. Here's the thing. We don't actually know what happens at the singularity. Our physics breaks down completely. The equations give us infinity, which means they're wrong. The singularity is where quantum mechanics and gravity meet, and we still don't have a theory that combines them. It's one of the biggest unsolved problems in physics. Some theories suggest the singularity isn't actually a point. Maybe it's a microscopic portal to another universe. Maybe it's a fuzzy quantum foam. Maybe the information about everything that fell in is somehow encoded on the event horizon surface. Stephen Hawking spent decades trying to figure this out. What we do know is this. Black holes are real. We've photographed them. We've detected gravitational waves from them colliding. And they're absolutely as weird as the math suggests. The universe doesn't care about making sense to us. It just is. And black holes are the ultimate reminder that reality is far stranger than we ever imagined. So here's the good news. You're not going to fall into a black hole. The nearest one is over 1,000 light years away. You're safe. But knowing what would happen if you did, that's how we learn what the universe is really made of. That's how we push the boundaries of human knowledge. If your mind is blown right now, do me a huge favor. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you want more videos that make the universe feel magical. And drop a comment telling me what space topic I should cover next. Because the universe is full of mysteries that make black holes look simple. And we're just getting started exploring them together. Remember, you're not just a human on a random planet. You're a way for the universe to understand itself. And that's the most magical thing of all.